Before we start coding, my dear friends, please let's take a step back and think about what goes into designing a task. Writing the code is important, but it is not the first step. Before we start using Psychtoolbox, we need to have a clear plan. I mean, a conceptual framework that outlines how the experiment will run in the future. This is where flowcharts for cognitive tasks come to help us. The general conceptual framework of a cognitive task is as follows. First of all, we collect participant information, such as the participant code, his or her gender and age, and etc. And these are then stored in variables of our choice. And this can be done using the input function or through a graphical user interface or UI. And this step is a necessary step in every cognitive task. And in the second step, we need to define variables for presenting our stimuli and storing the experiment results, such as reaction time. For example, if an experiment consists of 100 trials and each trial requires a participant's response, we must define the number of trials and the reaction times, and then we should initialize these necessary variables. In the third step, we need to hand over the control of the program to Psychtoolbox using a function called screen, a function that I will discuss in detail later. And next, it is a good idea to display a fixed message at the beginning of the experiment. In this message, we introduce the participant to press a key, for example, whenever they're ready to start. And the next step is to use a for loop or while loop to control the flow of experiment. So here, since we have 100 trials, for example, we can write for I equals 1 to 100. In this part of our code, we are displaying, for example, our stimuli 100 times, and say that if I is less than 100, then it should repeat. It should repeat. What should repeat? We should present a stimuli and record the reaction times and etc. And if it is more than 100, we should close the Psychtoolbox window or PTB window and end the experiment. Very simple, yeah? So in this video, we have outlined the step-by-steps, very simple step-by-steps of a conceptual framework of a cognitive experiment. We will follow these steps together and gradually implement them in code. And this simple flowchart is actually a foundational guide to help you mentally visualize how a task is structured. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to write a simple reaction time experiment, but in that video, we will use built-in MATLAB functions. We won't be using Psychtoolbox yet. We first see how far we can go with MATLAB's core functions. See you there.